So chat, YouTube, it's time for Fear of Missing Out Murktide. It's a pretty sweet Murktide list that revolves around getting Delirium as fast as possible. The way we do that is with DRC, Bobble, two types automatically once you surveil with the DRC after you cast the Bobble. So you got Artifact here, you got some Instance and Thought Scour and Spell Snare. Thought Scour fills the graveyard as well. Instance and Lightning Bolt and Unholy Heat from your removal spell once you have Delirium as well. Fomo an enchantment creature, so you can get like pretty much all of Delirium. If you go like Crack, Fetch Land, DRC, Bobble, Surveil a Fomo or Phoenix, that's already Delirium as early as turn 1. So that's pretty cool. And we have Sorcery in the form of Expressive Iteration, Instant in Force Negation, Sync of Supers, and MDFC here. Some Lorians that we can cycle for Sorcery as well. And then our payoff of the deck, Murktide, which is supremely good with Phoenix once we go like Murktide into Collect Evidence for Phoenix. Give it haste, and then, double away the rest of our graveyard, all the instants and sorceries in there. Mana base wise, we got some fetches, shocks, surveils, Spire Bluff Canal in here. Nothing too crazy mana base wise. Sideboard. 3 copies of Consigned Memory for the Eldrazi matchup, 1 Stern Scolding for Boros, 1 Force Negation for the combo decks, 3 Rough Tumbles for Boros or anything that's going to be low to the ground, 3 copies of Rockbond for the combo decks, the uninteractive decks that are just trying to do their thing, couple copies of Blood Moon for the greedy mana bases, 1 Cast in the Fire for the ring decks, and 1 Ghost Vacuum for some graveyard hate. Yeah, no arenas in this list, because arena plays really poorly with Murktide. Well, I guess not super poorly, but like, you need double blue, right? So you could potentially slot in like 1 arena. I just don't think it's worth it, because you already have the Phoenixes here to give your Murktides haste. There's not really anything else you want to give haste aside from like maybe DRC with like FOMO. Attacking for 4 is not that good. Once you guys attack for 8 with the Phoenix, it's a lot better. So I'm not sure you need arenas in this list. I don't know about this hand. I think this hand's too weak. If I have 1 more land and then I'd probably keep it. Kona, Null Drifter, the 3 Omniscience. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. You went down to 1 Shifting Woodland. I think I like the 2 copies of Shifting Woodland. This hand I could probably keep. I want to discard Phoenix to the FOMO. Let's put back a Bobble. I'm probably just gonna lead on Thundering Falls here. Oh, the record thing's back. Let's go. About time. I hate iteration here, but I do want to get Delirium faster, so let's spin that iteration. Oh, Young Wolf. Young Wolf. All right, turn 1 Jung Wolf. FOMO, discard Phoenix. We'll Bobble again. See what they're drawing here. Wall of Roots. Those are some pretty good draws off the top. Yeah, Thought Scour into a land drop here. That'd be ideal. Alright, I'm retiring Cool Dingo. Not so cool Dingo's back. Another Young Wolf. I think I'm gonna lead on Thought Scour here. I'm gonna attack twice with the FOMO. I'm gonna bolt the wall. And then pass. I'll up Lightning Bolt here. Because I can play Murktide and then haste Murktide in the same turn if I get enough collateral in my graveyard. I'm not super worried about not playing the Murktide out this turn. Because it's probably gonna be just as good next turn. Fingers crossed anyways. Overlord of the Bale Merc. Uh-oh, Endurance. Ops Endurance. Plays a Haywire Might. It's just endurance. Reasonable enough. Get a steam vents. I think I'm gonna bolt this haywire might. That's very sad that they found endurance off of that. Main deck graveyard hate is cheat, after all. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this Overlord of the Bailmerk once it comes off of impending here. I don't know if they have a quarter calling. How are we doing, Velk? Looks like they do have a quarter calling. That's gonna be the fastest force negation of all time. I that explains why they didn't attack. Second Overlord of the Bailmerk. What if he's gonna grab endurance again? Yep, I grabbed endurance again. Ooh, Thought Scour's pretty great here. Unfortunately, I missed on Delirium, but I'm gonna play Giant Murktide here. Here's my 8/8 Murktide. And they're conveniently at 8, so they have to flash in the endurance at chump block. And they're not going to get this overload until the following end step, so I think we're pretty okay here. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and endurance now, which makes sense. So that way I don't counter magic. No counter spell for me. Now let's FOMO, discard this other Murktide. Just drew a land. I'm still going to send team because they have to block endurance on Murktide. I want to double block the FOMO, that's fine too. I'll just kill the 2/2 Young Wolf. Unfortunately, we just got to pass here. Alright, they scoop. Cool. Yawgmoth. I think I want the Stern Scolding against Yawgmoth. I'm not a huge fan of Force Negation, so the Force Negations can probably come out. I could bring in the Ghost Vacuum. I could see Blood Moon coming in as well. Not that I think Blood Moon's like completely amazing or anything. Trim a Lightning Bolt and let's trim a Bobble. Right like that. Um, yeah, we can give it a shot. Turn one Halfling. I guess I don't really want that. I have second land rolled up with the island. I got third land rolled up with this Lorien, so I don't think I need another land here. 2x Halfling. Would have been nice to go Bolt here, I guess. Probably don't resolve like Grist here. Another Halfling. Yeah, this looks like pre-image 3 right now. Got another red land. I can just bolt one of these and play Murktide. I don't hate that. Let's pull one of these. Play giant Murktide. Try to keep him off of some mana, anyways. And next turn we'll go like Fomo, discard Lorien. I guess I'd go Fomo, discard land instead. The Phoenix. Endurance. Your soundtrack goes crazy. It always does, though. Pretty far off of Delirium now. Maybe I'm not going to cycle this Lorien, because I might want to cast it. I think I'm going to get a tap land and Ghost Vacuum a halfling away. Alright, probably going to end up just casting this Lorien this turn. I'll send him with the Murktide, see what they do. Blocks with the Endurance. Looks like they're going to Court as well. Probably for another halfling. Oops. I didn't mean to go to end step here. I was reading chat. I should have cast my Lorien here. All good. Here comes a Jogmoth. Yep. I was trying to hit a land drop here. They did it. They hit a land drop. Alright, let's eat this Endurance. Now I think I'm going to cycle this Lorien. Because I might be able to bestow this Phoenix depending on what we draw. Lorien. Cycle that, and then we'll cast this on the Fomo. Getting rid of these two. Grows the Murktide, the Fomo flies. That might be GG. Said GG's. GG's. Alright, so maybe not casting that Lorien worked out. I definitely should have cast it given the opportunity, but that's okay. Keep this. I think it'd be a good step, blue. I don't know if it'd be enough to entirely like kill Boros energy, but I also don't think the deck needs to be killed because I think it's like pretty. I think it's a good top tier deck. It reminds me of when like blue red Murktide was top tier. If people don't like energy, then they might need to take another step, like maybe get rid of a Johnny. I mean, blue red Murktide was top tier at some point, right? Not anymore, but now it's like the blue black one's tiered. I don't think it's top tier, but it's tiered. Blue black eyeball's top tier. Blue black Murktide, maybe not. We've queued into back-to-back Yawgmoth, which is very surprising to me because I haven't seen Yawgmoth in forever. It's been like 1% of the meta. Do some surveilling here. I actually leave the Murktide on top. Alright, I'm in the dark. Oh, I lost everything. It tripped the breaker. Alright, chat. Can you hear me? Are we live, chat? Sorry. The power went out down here. So camera's a rip. Looks like the rest of the stream is doing okay though. And there's the power back on. Let me turn my camera back on. All right, they scoop. They just missed too many land drops. All right, we're back, chat. I did board against Yawgmoth before we brought in the Ghost Vacuum, the Stern Scolding. I think I have Force Negation. We brought in Blood Moons instead of a Bobble, and what else did we board out? We board out a Fomo here. And keep his hand. Got Blood Moon in it. It's got some removal too. Stern Scolding is pretty nice. I think I like this hand. Delighted Halfling. It was Delighted Halfling off of Beseju, so just gonna go ahead and kill this one right away. I'm gonna place a Young Wolf and then gets a Flare of Cultivation. This means they should have plenty of basics to get a forest and a swamp. So I guess this Blood Moon is gonna look kind of embarrassing actually. Which is unfortunate, but that's alright. Wasn't expecting Flare. Didn't think they were on a Flare build of Yogg. Since they are, maybe I cut these Blood Moons game 3 if it goes to a game 3. Snot Sneeze. Bye-bye, Blood Moon. I took Lorien. Surprised that they took Lorien over the Blood Moon. I think I want something a little bit higher impact than Lightning Bolt here. We'll use the Blood Moon though. I'm gonna shut them off of at least casting Yogg. Never mind. They knew they had another swamp on top. Yeah, hopefully the last card's not Yogg. Attacks with both creatures. Forgot to turn my light back on. Let's start with the Thought Scour. The last card was indeed not a Yawgmoth. Thought Scour again. We Thought Scoured into a Murktide, which is pretty good. In that, alright. How you doing, Gimme? I'm well. I think Phoenix Tide's or Fomo Tide's like a pretty decent deck. I don't think it's like top tier, but I think it's like probably a tier 2 deck. This is why it's a tier 2 deck. 1-1. 1-1-1. Give this +1,000,000 in flying. Guess I could have also done this differently with to give myself Delirium and then haste or fly this and then attack with both, untap the Murktide. No, but then if I did that, Murktide wouldn't be able to attack this turn, so I don't know. I think his hand's okay on the draw. Might be up against Energy. Either Energy or Storm, probably. Then revealing Giganta. If they shock, it's Energy. Ocelot. I'm gonna take the hit from this Ocelot. So I want to be able to spell snare 2-drop, and if they don't play a 2-drop after main phase 2, I think I'm just gonna bolt the Ocelot. Now, I'm on the East Coast, so this is my laptop setup currently. Yeah, I'll spell snare that. I can make a cat. Now I think I'm gonna bolt the Ocelot rather than Thought Scour. Honest doing nothing. That's a lot of spells we milled. Not too bad. Another Phoenix. I don't really want to draw another Phoenix, so I'm gonna fetch that away. Then I'll discard this Phoenix. Alright, drew into a DRC. I just have an answer to both the threats. Might like flage the DRC or maybe just untap and play ring, which I hope is not the case. I left one on top though, so might be happening. Alright, no the one ring. Pretty happy about that. And Johnny. So removal would be a nice draw, Murktide would be a nice draw. Second Lorien, not so much. Let's iterate. Force negation and FOMO. Fetch my other island and then play the FOMO. Discard Lorien, hold the other one for force negation. There's a removal spell. Might come in handy. See if we can't snipe this is Johnny. If they ever surveil or draw a flage, we're gonna be pretty far behind. I left one on top. 4 energy, 1 dredge. That sounds about right. Energy is a lot of the meta right now. Ampraptor into Ragavan. I think I'm just gonna force that. I like my FOMO to stick around. Murktide. That's not a Murktide. Alright, let's play the DRC. I can make this DRC a 5/5 and attack twice with it. But I kind of think I like putting on the FOMO better, but I think more than anything else that's important this turn, should probably just Lightning Bolt the Ajani. Let's attack with the FOMO once, though. I'll happily trade this. And I'll take this opportunity to bolt the Ajani as well. Yeah, red finally has Vigilance. Let's go. We have to buy Jiggy. I wanted to bolt the Ajani before they drew a removal spell of their own, so then they could flip the Ajani. Let's scour some thoughts. Graveyard. Not great. Let's get rid of Lorien and Actually, I should just get rid of Murktide. Oh, another Murktide on top. I think that's a keeper. I regret using this Phoenix. It could be Mug. Is it time for Stormbreath Dragon again? And they like to play Guided Souls over the Giganta, which is interesting. I think they probably should have played their 5 drops instead. It's Murktide Monday. Mid range Monday, Murktide Monday, mid deck Monday. Yep, those are all synonyms. Confirmed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8, 8, your turn. I should probably just play the Spire Bluff Canal in case I draw my last Lorien. I could hard cast my last Lorien. I don't know if it matters too much. They need to rip pretty well off the top here. That's pretty good. I take the Murktide. I hit him down to 1. I'll be dead to an Arena of Glory. Also dead to a Flage at this point. Unless I can top deck something. Alright, one of us is gonna die. Actually, it's me. I'm gonna die. Well, no, because they have to pay for the static prisons, otherwise I have blockers. Dead to any upstairs damage, though. Dashing Ragavan. Johnny, 2 energy. I don't think that's good enough. Because they gain 2 life to go up to 3, and I go down to 1, then they're dead in the air. Yeah, no, the One Ring is 100% a problem. I don't think the One Ring should be in this format. Actually, Force Negation is pretty good against Boros. Yeah, if they played their 5 drop instead of Guide, I think they would have won that game. For sure. They sequenced that a little off. But no, I think a Ring is a very big problem for the format. And it should go. Let's try a Murktide. I don't know if Murktide's that good with them having Static Prison. I don't think Consign fixed anything. In fact, I think Consign made the Ring stronger because the decks that get to play both Consign and the Ring get to draw an upkeep and then consign their own trigger. Plus, the blue decks already had ways of countering the Ring before that, and it being 1 mana versus 2 mana isn't like a huge deal. Also, the blue decks are all just kind of bad. I mean, the Ring's in every deck, right? The Ring's not just in mid-range and control decks. The Ring is also in the Eldrazi decks and Amulet Titan, which is a combo deck. Like, the combo decks are playing Ring also. It's not just the mid-range decks that are playing Ring. I'm gonna try this hand. It's a little awkward. Yeah, see Grief. Yeah, Grief didn't even get banned because Grief was too good. Grief just got banned because it was unfun. And I think the Ring is far more unfun than Grief. Yeah, the Ring does cause a lot of grief. I agree. Gabo Bombardo. Yeah, do an entire Lantern Control stream, the 32nd of every month. Don't miss it, Timmy. Mark your calendar. I missed my land drops. My poor land drops. Age is a little bit of a problem. I get hit for 4. Or not. Still have not hit a land. Another bobble. We've done it. Hit a land drop. I imagine they're probably just gonna escape Flash, so I'm just gonna pass the turn with Unholy Heat or Spell Snare up. Unholy Heat's such a good answer to Flash. I'm doing money. It's your birthday. Alright, so it gets vetoed. Countered. I'm just not taking very good use of this Goblin Bombardment right now. I should be at 12 from them missing Goblin Bombardment triggers. Yeah, 1 in the red. Discard this card. Let's get a hasty DRC, I think. Actually, is it better if I get rid of Murktide? I'm gonna lose enchantment and creatures, so I guess I need to get rid of Lore and Revealed plus Lightning Bolt to maintain Delirium. Hit you for 5. It's probably gonna get instantly Static Prison. Cat. You got a cat. There's the prison. How about DRC? Trying to exile my graveyard, huh? I think I say no to that one. Let's play Fomo, discard this land. Or another Unholy Heat's pretty nice. Speaking of which, I will take Unholy Heat and a land. Maybe one of the extra Phoenix, though. I don't know if I need the extra Phoenix. Imagine this first one's gonna die pretty soon here. Red, white. Graven Charm, destroying an enchantment. Bye bye, FOMO. And it's Giganta time. It's not Jiggy time. I also don't think my opponent's used a single Goblin Bombardment activation so far. Let's take Iteration to hand. Higher Bulge, thank you for the Prime. Another Ocelot on top. I appreciate it. I don't know if I have any more fetchables. I think I have an island left. I have 3 fetchables, actually. Oh, I'll attack, and then I think I'm just going to play Murktide. Just like a really big Murktide. Alright, I got a Del 5. Let's get rid of Thought Scour, Spell Snare, Unholy Heat, EI. Here's my 8/8. The last two times we've played this Murktide list. We've gone 4-1 and 5-0, I believe. So this Murktide list has actually been pretty good. Gives you an alternative list to play that's not just like blue black frog with eyeball. Actually lets you play Murktide. Looks like a flage. Yep. Kills my DRC. Indubitably. 6 damage to each creature with flying, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We actually have lethal here. The only thing we need to do to have lethal is kill our own Detective Phoenix. And we'll Thought Scour for funsies. And we're going to collect some evidence. That's a lot of evidence. I don't know if they're beating these allegations. This is too much evidence. Thank you for 19. Honk. That's a lot of evidence. That's okay. Might be a turn 2 Murktide. Fed Shock, Thought Scour. I might not want to turn 2 Murktide after all. Did not hit any spells worth turn 2 Murktiding for. Also have a lack of bolt effects in my hand for this matchup. At least they have a tap land, but if they have an Ocelot Pride, then we're in trouble. Finn's Goblin Bombardment plays an Ocelot Pride, we're in trouble. I gotta kill Guide of Souls. I kind of just can't right now. It's like iterate into something. I played land before I iterate, which I know looks weird. Scoop. Nice scoop worthy iteration I've ever seen one. So I get for playing my land before casting iteration, huh? Had that coming. Give it a go. Maybe just board out another. Just board out another Fomo over a Lightning Bolt. I think Lightning Bolt's too good. Fomo is kind of because it's boltable, flageable. Not sure FOMO's great in the matchup, but also like Murktide's not that good in the matchup because of Static Prison. I think this matchup might just be tough all around. The DRC double bobble hand. I don't want that. I'd like to remove this Guide of Souls or whatever this is. Lage. Alright, well, I'll pass. I'm always going to end up cycling this Lorian. Guess it's rough tumble, get rid of the Johnny. Every time I pass the turn back when my opponent has the Johnny, I don't pyroclast him. It always goes very poorly for me. So I think just I'll leave that on top as well. I think getting rid of the Johnny's fine. My hand definitely lacks a good threat right now. I think force negation is going to be important because they're approaching their one ring turn. If I can force the one ring, then I think we're doing kind of okay. Cycle this lowering, get island, hold up force, pass, or agony. Axe me for 3. Imagine they play Flage here now. They might target their cab, they're probably just going to target me. Yep, targets me. Fortunately, I think I need to kill Sujani also. Alright, we're not doing too well. This Flage is going to come out of the graveyard and kill me. Unlucky. Need to hit a threat faster. How about this buying Jaggy instead? Oh, there's a threat. That's because this is not rats, in fact. Grow, Murktide, grow. Grow big and strong. Now, of course, Static Prison's gonna be a pain. Ring's gonna be a pain. Them escaping Flage is like my best bet. Maybe that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, what are phoenixes and dragons but flying rats? Gotta save this force negation for either another ring or a static prison. Pulls me, which is fine. Can't beat an Arena of Glory, but that's okay. Arena of Glory will get me. I'm at 1. They have another Flage. Alright, GG. Force negation, looking kind of embarrassing. Playing against offbeat. It's just another 3-0 into 3-2 type of a day. I have both on top. Yeah, 21 straight losses after this. Another 3 and 21 type of a day. I can't exceed expectations on Murktide Monday. Bins consign. I was like, where did my Thundering Falls go? I forgot I already played it. Alright, Fomo, discard the Phoenix. Or Fomo, do nothing. I think jet ski controls a little bit of a tough matchup, probably. If I don't stop getting spell snared, I might explode. Spell snare is so good. Alright, let's consign this trigger, and then I need to force it. That retract. It's a going. I'm just gonna cast this Phoenix and attack with it. Not sure exactly what else we're doing here. Okay, they didn't ring me. Good start, good start. And then going to 10 here, also a good start. Now if they cast a hasty flage and then consign it, I might just give up. That I will snare. Assaulted the DRC. Bolt the Solitude in response. I guess we'll leave another DRC on top. Then cast it, attack for 2. S. I could just cast a Mold Drifter if they want. They have land drop. Hasty Solitude. I'm gonna go back up to 10. We've run out of gas and we haven't drawn an iteration. Actually, I guess I was supposed to leave that back in block. Probably better than Graveyard anyways. Please. Can't beat the Hasty Flage, so let's just scoop it up. Let's take the Ghost Vacuum, Blood Moon. I think Ragsters are fine. And we're going to cut down on a lot of the removal here. I think the Force also. Cut down on, like, so much of this removal. Not all of it, because I don't think we want to get rid of all of it, but a lot of it. Also not a huge fan of Spell Snare against them. Mostly because they're on the dress down build, and the dress down build is a lot better at dealing with Spell Snare because it's not playing Counterspell. And I will take the Cast in the Fire. I didn't see any rings, but I have to imagine they're playing rings because they're a Jeskai deck. We'll keep this. I was gonna end up surveilling. Don't need another land here. We are quite okay on lands. Play a Fomo and discard an Unholy Heat though. Pretty lucky they didn't have Spell Snare this time. Basic Island, Basic Plains. I hate to see it. Oh, we're still gonna cast the moon, even though it's a lot worse now they fetched basic island, basic plains. Ending. Crack the bobble. There's a flooded strand over there. I thought Scour on top. Then I'll play Steam and Step and pass. I don't even know if Ghost Vacuum's good in the matchup, but I guess we'll find out shortly here. It's probably a lot worse in this matchup than it is against traditional Jeskai. Alright, well, they got a ring, but we found us a Murktide Regent, so who's really winning? The person with the 4 mana Time Walk plus Ancestral, or one big Dargon? Gonna have to give my points to the dragon. Holy Heat, Thought Scour, land. I'm just gonna bobble myself because I do want to draw this before end step. So I can cast it. We might be getting verdicted and then nothing really matters, but if we don't get verdicted, I don't think we're in a terrible spot. Verdicted is. Should have cast the Thought Scour and built an additional card with the DRC Surveil. Alright, probably pretty safe to concede here. I have a ring on too, and I have nothing going on, so we'll scoop it up. That matchup seems really hard. Energy matchup doesn't seem as hard as that, but the energy matchup was rough when they just curve out with all these Johnnies, and it's hard to like 1-for-1 a Johnny. Pretty sweet list, but sometimes you 3-2. GG's offbeat. Got the doubters.
Have you peeked? Bing bong, bing bong. Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.